everyone, welcome back to my podcast. I'm Em. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about season 5, episode 5 of All American. The title of this episode was called I Need Love, and I'm just going to jump right in because I am really pissed off about this episode. I know a lot of people are, and I wanted to talk about that because after last episode, I kind of had high expectations, even though I kind of thought they weren't going to live up to it. Last episode was so good, and it was such a good episode for Bolivia, and so I just assumed that we were going to get some good Bolivia scenes of them talking about it, but the fact that we got one Bolivia scene, and says it was kind of a dick, and then Spencer literally made out and probably hooked up with another girl. It's just bullshit. Like, they're really fucking up his character, and it upsets me so much because I love Spencer. I do, but not at this moment. I used to love him. Like, I still love him, but I have my issues with him, especially from this episode. Like, the writers are just trying to sabotage him at this point. Like, what's the point? He's so in love with Liv. He wants to be with her. Last episode, he said Alicia was just a friend. He's not over her, and he wants to be with Liv and all that. And then he hooks up with a girl on Valentine's Day and does this, like, big thing for Valentine's Day and just all that. And it just upsets me so much. Like, what was the point of that whole episode? I appreciated that episode because I got Bolivia, but it's just so annoying. I'm so upset at the writers. I mean, they've been kind of doing shitty this whole season. I will admit that. I'm going to continue watching this show because I do not give up on shows unless they're, like, awful. Actually, that's still not true because I still watch Riverdale. But when I'm emotionally connected to the characters and when I love them, like, that as much as I love, like, Olivia, Layla, and all, like, them, I don't give up with shows. Like, I'm the person that will watch till the end, and I don't know why I do that to myself, but I will. So I'm going to keep watching it and hope they do better. I don't know. I'm really worried about how this season's going to go, especially with the mid-season finale coming up. Now, my expectations are so low because I've been saying this since the beginning of season 5, but I think I also brought it up on Twitter or something during season 4 that I thought this was going to happen about Liv being pregnant or having a pregnancy scare. I was so certain after episode 4, that we were going to get a pregnancy scare in this mid-season finale or an actual, like, she's pregnant. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm so hoping it does. I'm really hoping and manifesting this because I want that to happen. I really like that storyline for some reason because it's kind of interesting and I'm kind of down for it because that will give us more Bolivia scenes, and also I want a Bolivia baby, but I don't think they're gonna do that after this episode. I don't think they will, but I don't know. It's just Spencer's awful now. Liv deserves so much better. They need to fix his character because he literally hooked up with Liv last episode and then hooked up with another girl. And then in the speed dating thing, they were talking about calling Liv a side chick, one of the girls, and he, like, kind of agreed, like, no, she's the main chick. Like, that's your woman. You have to fix it. I'm so upset. I hate everyone in that show right now besides Liv, Layla, and I think Jordan probably right now. I mean, Jordan has pissed me off a few times this season, but those are, like, 3 I'm standing with right now. And that will probably be it for a while. I'm just so upset at everyone right now in the show besides all those 3. It's just, they're just destroying everything. They're really messing up the show. And it upsets me so much because I fell in love with the show. I watched it during the break of season 3 and 4. I watched it after season 3 came out on Netflix because my brother was trying to get me to watch it and kept asking me. It was always on my list, but I just never did. because I was just waiting until my brother was, like, really wanted me to watch it so he could discuss it with me, even though we don't do that because he hasn't even finished season 4 yet. But I did watch it, and I fell in love with it after season 1. Like, I got really into it, and I, like, loved the 3 seasons, and I liked last season as well. I really enjoyed it. It was my least favorite, but I still liked it. But now they're really ruining it for me, and it upsets me because of course, like I said, I'm still gonna watch it, like, throughout until it ends, but it's just so disappointing seeing it, like, go downhill because it was one of the best shows on the CW. CW doesn't have the best shows airing most of the time, especially not now. They have okay shows, I think, now. I'm not sure. I don't watch a lot of them. A lot of the ones I watched did get canceled, but All American was one of the best CW shows. The writing was great, and it got the best views, and now they're messing it up. I don't even know who the writer is and who's, like, creating this. I don't know who it is, but fuck them, honestly. Like, I don't want to say that, but they're really ruining this whole story, and it's upsetting me so much because it's also supposed to be based on a true story or inspired by a true story, but there's no way all this happened. Like, maybe it did, but it's about the football, I think. The true story is about football. And I don't know. I'm so confused about that, too, why they're still saying that. But I really hope the mid-season finale turns it around for us, or they're going to get, like, viewers are going to drop, like, even more than they already have. And we're probably going to get canceled. And I don't want to get canceled, even though at this point, like, it's so bad. I don't want to. But, like, it's so bad. I don't even think that made sense. But it's so, like, the show's gotten worse, and it's not good anymore. Or it has its moments, but it's not, like, as good as it was. But I'm still not ready to say goodbye to the characters. I want at least one final season after this, so season 6, to wrap everything up. But that might not happen. With CW, everything's falling apart. Like, everything's getting canceled. So I don't know if we're safe. I don't think we are, because I did hear Warner Brothers and CW are, like, parting ways, or, like, something's going on with them. I'm not sure if that's true, but I did hear that on Twitter. And so we're probably not going to be safe, and we're going to get canceled. And I'm not ready to lose Liv yet, so I really hope they don't. And I want at least one more season and them doing a time jump in season 6 so we could see Spencer in the NFL and Liv and Spencer, like, married and have a kid or something like that. That's all I want. But it's probably not going to happen, and I hope they fix everything. This season, my expectations weren't high going into this season, to be honest, because of what happened at the end of last season. But the first few episodes were fine. Like, episode 1 was okay. Episode 2 was fine. It wasn't my favorite, but it was fine. Episode 3 was pretty good. And then episode 4 was amazing. And then they went to shit. So, we're doing great. Sorry about that whole rant. I just really wanted to say all that before I talked more about this episode, like, in detail and about certain things that happened. I just wanted to say that because I saw a lot of people saying it on Twitter about how bad this episode was and how it's, like, they're probably going to get canceled. It's going downhill. The writing is trash. And I do agree with that. So I just wanted to say that. But now I'm going to jump in talking about the episode, which I'm not really excited to talk about this time because, of course, like I said, it's probably the worst episode of the season. But maybe even the worst episode of the show, honestly. I don't know if it is. I don't remember, like, if there was one worse than this, but, I'll figure that out. So I'm just going to start now with, like, the opening scene, which was Garrett and his assistant coach, which I completely forgot his name. I feel bad because I think he's really attractive, and I'm really mad I forgot the assistant coach's name. But that whole thing of them talking on, like, the press, I don't remember what they said, really, but I just hate Garrett. I just despise him in the fact that they haven't fired him, or he quit before they were able to fire him and leak everything. And that just bothered me so much because, I mean, I wanted the satisfaction to see him fired, and also I wanted the article to get out so we're done with it, because that's my least favorite storyline on the show, like ever on the show. So I was really hoping that by the end of the episode it got leaked, but of course he quit instead. And it just bothered me so much because at the beginning of the episode we saw like their press conference, like I said, and then we saw like Spencer and Jordan talking about how like they're on Liv's side and he needs to like get fired or like whatever they were saying. And I'm happy they're on Liv's side now because they were so against it. And that's literally the reason why Spencer kind of broke up with her, was because of the article. But then he realized she was right. And then Jordan, of course, said no to her as well. But then he realized that she was right as well. And I'm happy to see them on her side now, but I wish they would tell everyone or like tell someone about it so they can all like go against him together. But then I don't know. I just don't care about the article storyline at all, and Garrett as well. I'm so happy he quit, but I wanted the satisfaction to see him fired. So that was such a letdown at the end. I was really looking forward to seeing him get fired, but of course he quit. I mean, that's a coward move, to be honest. Like, why do that? If you are guilty, and when the article comes out and they realize, oh, he quit because of that, he's gonna get probably even more trouble for trying to get away from it. I think, maybe. I was like, who the fuck knows? I don't know what the writers are gonna do at this point with anything, but I just don't care about Garrett. Everything. Like, at all. I hate everything about that man. But then with that comes the article, which I need to talk about because that came back, sadly. I liked last episode because it didn't talk about the article, so when we brought it up again, I was kind of annoyed. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't want it to. I have to talk about it. I'm proud of Liv for, like, writing and being passionate. I'm happy, like, she found something she's passionate about. Like, I really am. But I think it's just that the article has gone on for too long. Even though it's only been 5 episodes of the season, and that's kind of how long it's been going on, it's still too long. Like, it's supposed to be out now. Like, the article is supposed to be, it's deadline. I can't talk. The article's deadline passed, so it should be out, and the fact that they're still pushing the storyline is really pissing me off, because at first I was okay with it, and I thought maybe it would be interesting, but by episode 3, I was kind of done with it, and I just wanted them to move on and find something else, like getting Jordan and Spencer ready for the NFL, or just the next season, even though it's off season. I wanted to see it more like football and not the article, but I'm fine with it just because it's Liv. If it was anyone else, I probably would not be fine with it. But, like, I'll stick through it because it's Liv and she's passionate about it. And I liked seeing Billy still helping her with it and being proud of her, because I am too. Even though I don't like this, I am proud of her. But it's just, this whole article situation is so fucking bad. Especially with that guy that worked with Garrett that's friends with Billy. And, like, Billy went to talk to him. The fact that he probably told Garrett about the article makes it even worse. Because why? They wanted your help. You were the one who came up with the idea. It was your idea to hurt the players. Then you tell Garrett that they're gonna, like, go after you. I mean, maybe he thought about the fact that Garrett might get proof that it was his idea. But I just don't get why he did that. It just upsets me so much. Like, I don't understand anything, to be honest, with the show at this point. I said that, I'll say it again. I don't know, and I don't care about the article, like, whatsoever. So I'm fine if it gets blown up, but I would like them to, by next episode, because we have I think two more until the mid-season finale, I want them by next episode to wrap up the article, and I think there's a chance they might, now that he's fired. I think there's a chance they might, and I really hope they do, because I'm just so sick of it, and I want my Spilivia pregnancy storyline. If they can, I don't think they're going to do that, but I would like them to, this fucking storyline is just so shit. But I'm going to move on from the article, because I hate talking about it, because I really, like I said, I hate it, clearly, from how many times I say that, but I really just don't like it. So I'm going to move on. I do want to talk about the speed dating thing, though, because as much as that did piss me off, that whole speed dating situation, I did find it funny. I did, but like I didn't like it how they were having all of them go on speed dating. It's just so stupid. Like, it's Valentine's Day. I want a Spilivia Valentine's Day like date, even though they're broken up. I wanted something with them, and that's why I'm so upset they broke up before Valentine's Day, so we couldn't get like a cute thing. Because knowing Spencer, he would go in for Olivia. Like, he went in for the other girl, but he would go in for Olivia and like go crazy, and they would have such a cute moment. So I'm really pissed off they didn't do that, but you know, it's okay. But this, with the speed dating, I enjoyed it. It like was kind of funny, but like it was probably one of the best parts of the episode, just with Jordala, because everything else like I didn't really like, because it was like Spencer with that girl trying to do special things for Alicia and all that, and then Coop, which I don't give a shit about Coop, and then Asher and JJ, which all that, it's fine, but that's why I like this the most, because it just was kind of refreshing. But then again, I didn't like it as much. I did like the comedy of it, of like the questions and JJ trying to get them to go out with people. I don't know. This whole episode was shit. I just don't know how to talk about this because I just hated it. But I did like when they asked about, like, Jordan, what's his perfect girl, and he was describing Layla. That made me happy, like, so happy. And then JJ knowing about Layla, that I know is gonna go to shit eventually because he cannot keep a secret. So probably by next episode, everyone's gonna find out, which I'm okay with, just because I want people to know, and I kind of want to get to that drama. I feel like that would be interesting, and I want to see Liv's reaction to them dating, but then I don't want to ruin their relationship, so I'm kind of worried. I love them so much, and I want them to stay together, so I'm kind of worried, but like the fact that they were the highlight of the episode kind of says a lot, but kind of doesn't, because I love them, and they're like, without Spilivia, they're my second favorite chip. Spilivia's first, and then it's them. So because we didn't get like any Spilivia besides that one scene that pissed me off, I like enjoyed Jordala, but then they also pissed me off as well. So like I wasn't as happy, because like the way that he wanted to do something special and she didn't, and then I get maybe like she wasn't ready for that. But then thought she didn't want to be together, and then he was freaking out about all that. I'm happy that they talked, and they did that speed dating, like, quiz thingy, and he said that she was his perfect girl, and that made me cry. I did scream silently, because I didn't want to do it out loud, but I did kind of shriek a bit, because I was excited. And that whole scene, I loved that. That was cute, and like together, and so they are like together now. Even the last episode they were dating, like decided, like they became an official couple. They kind of didn't though, because of this episode was kind of shit, and like they didn't. I'm so confused about this whole situation with Jordan and Layla. I'm kind of confused about it, because they said they were dating last episode, like official, but then they kind of weren't this episode, and I'm just so confused about it. But it's okay. I think they're officially together now. Hopefully they kiss, they're good, but of course that might not last long, their happiness, because everyone's gonna find out and people might judge. A part of me doesn't think they'll really judge, but then also maybe some people will, or just find it weird. I think Liv might find it weird, because that is her brother and one of her best friends, and they've been like, Layla has been her friend for like since they were kids, so that she might find it like a bit weird. But I'm not sure. I'm kind of excited to see Liv's reaction. I'm excited to see everyone's, because Spencer and Asher both dated Layla, so I kind of want to see their reactions to her dating another person out of the vortex. But, you know, it's okay. I think it's going to happen next episode or in the mid-season finale. Everyone's going to find out. I think it might be the mid-season finale, though. I'm not sure. But, you know. But, of course, with Valentine's Day and that whole thing, I have to talk about Alicia and Spencer, sadly, before I move on to the non-Valentine's Day, like, things. But with them, I really want to like Alicia. I would want to say she's stunning. Like, the actress, gorgeous. Like, Alicia is stunning. She's gorgeous. Like, I have a crush on her, to be honest. Like, she's so beautiful. But I don't like her and Spencer, of course. Like, I don't like how fast they're moving as well, because literally, like I said, last episode, she hooked up, not she, well, Alicia did hook up with someone, but Spencer hooked up with Liv, and he felt guilty about it, so he was doing this whole thing, and she, of course, he told her, and she didn't care, but he should be doing this for Liv. I know she said closure, but she's just trying to protect her heart. Like, you could have done something nice. Like, you're in love with Liv, not Alicia. Do something. Like, get to the point. Tell her you love her and want to be with her, and just do, like, this whole thing to, like, show how much you love her and how you won't hurt her again or, like, break her heart. Even though, yes, like, Liv did do the article, but Spencer was the one who broke up with her when she wanted to still be together. So with that whole situation, I get why they, actually, I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm so upset about them. The fact that he did this whole big thing, gave her, like, all these flowers, and of course he took them back, gave them to Billy, but did they watch Pretty Woman and all that stuff, and then they made out on the couch, which just pissed me off. Like, that should be Liv. The fact that he, like, is single finally. Like, he hasn't been single for that long. Like, he's usually not single. He's usually in, like, some relationship, and he's hooking up with a girl, even though he's still in love with his ex. But I don't think he wants to admit that. He's still, like, in love with her, maybe. I don't know. The fact that he's moving on this quickly is just so stupid, because Spencer wouldn't do that. So it's, like, on the writers for, like, messing up his character, and that's why I hate him so much. And also, I did say this earlier, but how, like, when he went over to Billy's house and Liv was there to give Billy the flowers, and he said, oh, they're not for you, like, the flower's not for you, like, all, like a bitch way to say it, like, really, like aggressive, kind of. I was like, that's so mean. Like, not aggressive, like, I don't want to say he like did it, but it was kind of like, just like, he blurted it out, and it was, like, so harsh, and I'm like, damn, like, he could have put it in a better way, like, oh yeah, these are for your dad, for your mom. He could have worded it better, just not say that. Like, damn, because Liv's still hurting. Like, you could tell she was hurting, and how when he was saying why he had the flowers, she said she didn't want to hear it. You could tell she was hurting. And when, like, he left, the way she said bye, like, he kind of looked her up and down and said bye. I'm like, okay, they need to get back together at this point. Like, what's the point of doing this for so long? They don't want to move on. So I don't get it, and I hope next episode, or just soon, Liv gets someone to, like, to fool around with. I want her to, some guy, I don't care, or girl, someone, I don't care who it is, besides, no one in the vortex, that's, like, besides them, anyone at, like, the school, girl, boy, don't care, like, literally anyone, get her to hook up with them and get her to kind of date someone so she can do that, because I'm sick of just seeing Spencer do that. I want Liv to do it as well. Like, we've seen so many girls flirt with Spencer, but no one flirt with Liv. Like, she's so attractive. Like, why is no one trying to go after her? It's just so annoying, and I really hope we get, like, her with someone soon so Spencer can be jealous instead of Liv. I just want it. I want Liv to be happy. She seems so miserable, and I just want her to get rid of the article, do something else, or maybe still do journalism, but do a different article that will not mess things up. And just be happy and enjoy her life, because she just seems so miserable right now, and it makes me so sad, because I want her to be happy. She deserves only happiness. She's gone through so much, and I just want her to be happy. But of course, the writers paid her and probably aren't going to do that, clearly. I mean, they really do hate her at this point. Like, I'm figuring that out. They don't want her to be happy, because they would write her differently if they wanted her to be happy, not just focusing on the article the whole time, hanging out with her dad, pretty much, working on it all the time, like, and everyone's so awful to her. Like, damn, what's the point? Like, why is everyone such a bitch to her? And what pissed me off is, of course, actors or actresses are probably going to defend their character, But the person who plays Coop, I forgot her name for some damn reason. I think it's like Breezy or something. I think that's her name. She said she was defending Coop on All American's Instagram story. And I'm just like, against like Liv. I'm like, what's the point? You have to admit, Coop is a bitch these days. She's awful to Liv. And the fact that she was defending her pissed me off so much. Like, of course, I'm not mad at the Breezy. Like, I love her. I'm not mad at her. I just thought it was weird that usually actors or actresses will admit if their character's messed up. But the fact she's defending Coop just made me mad, even more mad, because they're so unaware. Like, why is Coop such a bitch to her? I don't know. I'm just so pissed off about this whole situation, so I'm going to move on from Liv and all that because I'm so upset. And I'm going to talk about Coop now, even though I literally don't want to because, like I said, I hate Coop. Love Breezy. I will say, I love the actress. Adore her. Hate Coop, though. So with Coop, we saw, first with Spencer, giving him advice about Alicia and doing something big for Valentine's Day, which fuck her for that. But then we saw her with, like, the I don't know his name. I don't know why I don't know his name. So, like, Laura's new assistant and, like, them kind of arguing a bit. But, of course, the trial happened, or, like, the court thing happened with Preach, and he fucked up. Not Preach, but, like, the new assistant messed up. And now I kind of wish Coop stayed on the case, even though I get why she didn't. I wish she did, because she would have made sure everything was done. She would have made sure everything was ready, and she would have defended Preach. So I think she would have done it pretty well, and she would have everything prepared, unlike the assistant. And so I am kind of mad they took her off now. In the moment, I was okay with it because it made sense. But I get why she's upset, and she was, like, mad at Laura for taking her off the case, which I get it now. She would have made sure everything was great and ready to go because she wants, why can't I think of the kid's name? Preach's kid's name. I mean, not Preach's kid's name. Preach's daughter to stay with him. And, of course, that didn't work out. Didn't happen. I'm trying to figure out that girl's name right now. But the fact that she now has to live with her grandparents for a bit just makes me so mad, because I don't like Preach. I don't. But I don't hate him. And I want him to be, like, I want the daughter to be happy. And she wants to stay with him. So everything's going to shit at this point. Like, I feel so bad for Preach that he lost his daughter and she has to live somewhere else now. I really hope Laura lets Coop, like, defend him and get her back somehow. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I hope she lets her do something to get why can't I think of that kid's name, or the kid back. I hope they do something. I don't think she will let Coop do anything, but I hope they do. I hate Coop. I am happy for her that she got that job or whatever it was, or because, like, yeah, she did get it, I think. I'm pretty sure she did. But, of course, her first interview didn't go well because she kind of was trying to hide some stuff about her. Like, she thought maybe if they knew she was, like, in gangs or whatever, the streets, maybe they would want her in. So I was, like, kind of upset for her and sad that she didn't get it at first, but I'm happy she went back and fought for it, and telling the guy why she couldn't pursue music anymore, that she was shot. She was, like, running, like, trying to be safe. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm so sorry. But she was, like, fighting for her life in the streets. That's what it was. And she got shot, and that's why she couldn't pursue music anymore. And I'm happy she did that, because I would like her to learn more about law and everything, so she can help defend Preach and get the daughter back. Because I would like the daughter to come back. Other than that, hate Coop. I don't like her at all. I mean, everyone knows I hate her. I think if you listen to my other episodes for All American, I talk about how much I hate her in each damn episode. So, I don't know what else happened with Coop this episode. I tried to, like, stay clear from everything, with her. Like, I kind of got distracted each time she came up. Of course, I paid attention when she, like, because I needed to know what was happening. But still, I kind of zoned out each time she came up because I didn't give a shit. But then also kind of paid attention. I don't know if that makes any sense because I'm so fucking tired right now. So I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. But I'm gonna move on to JJ and Asher because that JJ needs to work harder. I'm sorry. Like, I do like JJ. I do. But he's, like, slacking and he needs to work. I said this before, I don't care if it's off season, he needs to still work. Like, he wants to pursue football. That's what he wants to do. He needs to work for it. And he's, like, kind of pissed off about Jamari getting his spot. Like, he's annoyed about that. But Jamari works for it. He will keep working till, like, even in off season until he makes it to the NFL, and he'll keep working after that. JJ, he's just partying. And the fact that he said he would go to the gym because to, like, fight for his spot and show Asher, and then he went to a party instead, and, like, Asher saw him. I'm just, he doesn't care, and it upsets me so much. He, like, literally does not give a shit about his career at this point, and of course he should give a shit. Like, it's important. He wants to do this and wants to make it to the NFL. He's not if he's slacking. And he might get kicked off the team. And also, I think there is a chance he might die. I don't know why. I have a feeling he might, just from, like, something with drinking. A part of me thinks he might die. So maybe the NFL thing is not even going to happen because of that and not him slacking. But he needs to just work a bit harder. And then I think it will be better. I don't blame Asher for, like, getting mad at him and doing that with Jabari. Like, I feel bad for JJ that his scholarship is gonna get taken away, or probably did. But, again, he needs to work for it, and I get what Asher is saying. He needs to work harder, and he needs to train, and he needs to do everything he has to do to be the best he can be for next season. Like, football, even if it's off season, you still have to train and get ready for the next season. Like, it doesn't matter, like, what's happening. You still have to train and you still have to get ready, I think. Who the fuck knows? I know nothing about football besides, like, a few things, so I might be wrong, but that's what I think from what I've heard. I just assume that. I'm probably wrong, though, so please tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. I'll look it up. I'll figure it out. But the next thing I do want to quickly talk about with this episode, before I talk about next episode and next week, in the next few episodes, where was Patience? Like, part of me is kind of happy she wasn't there just in case, because it was Valentine's Day. They might have made Coop and Patience talk, and of course I did not want that, but I love Patience, and I really want her to be here more, like, just in all the episodes. I hate when characters just dip for a few episodes, or just one at least. Like, I always get annoyed, especially when I like the characters. I want them to be in, like, almost all the episodes, and of course I get maybe, like, their storyline doesn't work in, like, an episode, so they have to write them out, but it upsets me because I love Patience and I want to see more of her music and all that. So hopefully she's in next episode. I hope. I don't know who else was missing from this episode. Maybe other people were, but I'm happy Asher was back, so even though I hate him, I'm kind of like him as coach, and it's kind of interesting, so I'm happy he was back. But yeah, that's honestly all I have to say for this episode, because I didn't like it that much, and, like, not enough happened to, like, make me, like, talk so deep about it, I think, probably, or maybe I'm just forgetting some damn thing. But, I'm just gonna talk about next episode now, and, like, upcoming weeks and theories. So with the promo, what did we see? Jamie's back next week, which I'm really excited for, because I really like Jamie and Asher. I really hope she has more. She's going to be in it more coming up. And then we saw JJ and Jordan fight. I think that might be about Layla, like him telling something or saying some shit about Layla, or just something. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going to happen. And we are getting a Spilibia next episode, which I'm really excited for. But then again, the article is going to be a big part of next episode, I think, because Garrett quit, and he was saying to Liv how it's gonna ruin Spencer and Jordan's career and everything. So I'm really hoping next episode's the last episode for the article. A part of me thinks it might be now that he quit. I think they're still gonna probably put it out there, but maybe not. I really hope it's just done with it after it, because I would like episode 7 to just focus on like what's gonna happen with the second half of the season. In the I don't know what it's called, I'm forgetting, but like I read somewhere that in episode 7, like the synopsis, that's what it's called, that Liv if there wasn't anything about the article in like the synopsis. So I'm hoping we're done with it, and I'm hoping what was said is about the pregnancy scare, even though I don't think it's gonna happen because they hate us. I want some sort of pregnancy scare. A part of me thinks they might do something like have 2, and either we're gonna have to figure out if Layla or Liv is pregnant. And a part of me hopes they don't do that, because I really just want Liv to get pregnant, because that will help Olivia probably. So I don't know. I'm really worried about the next few episodes. I really just want Olivia to talk out and be on better terms, and Spencer to not hook up with Alicia again or any other people, and not be in a relationship with Alicia. I'm gonna kill him if he is. And I don't know. I just want Liv to be happy, and I want to see her just smile, maybe. I don't know. I'm really freaked out about what's coming up, because I'm so worried. Like, the mid-season finale is going to be, like, a huge letdown, and we're going to, like, drop in views. Because I don't blame them, like, I don't blame people for not watching it anymore. Like, it has gone downhill. I said that before, it has. But then I would like a season 6 just to wrap up everything, and also because I'm not ready to say goodbye to Liv yet and like some of the other characters. So, I hope I don't see us getting renewed at this point, unless they step up their game in episode 7, and like they have the pregnancy thing in episode 7, and that's what like the second half of the season is about, and like Olivia have a lot of moments and everything. I think we're good. I think we'll get renewed if that happens. But if not, we're kind of screwed, I think. But yeah, I don't know. My only theories are that we're probably getting canceled, and also that Olivia might get pregnant, or Liv is pregnant and it's gonna figure it out. I do think it's gonna happen. I don't know why I think it's gonna happen. Just part of me does, just because it makes sense and it would be interesting. I don't know. I did also hear that they're like behind All American Homecoming for filming, because they had to rewrite stuff because of the views and like how they're going down, which clearly with this episode they did not care, and they probably didn't change anything with. But if that's the truth, maybe they did do this Olivia pregnancy thing. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm really desperate for it. I just want them to be together, and them to like just work it out, or not just maybe not like really be together. Like, I'm okay as long as they get back together soon. I would like them just to have moments together. I don't know. I'm desperate for anything. I just want good Olivia content that's not makes me mad or makes any of them sad, especially Liv. But yeah, I don't know. This whole season's going to shit so far, and I'm really not happy about it, and I'm really stressed out about what's gonna happen with the upcoming episodes, because I really hope it doesn't like get even worse. I'm just really nervous about what's gonna happen, because I don't want it to get even worse than it was this episode, but I think there is a chance it might be, or it might get worse. So I'm kind of nervous. But yeah, that was the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm sorry this was such a mess, and sorry my voice might sound weird. I have a cold right now, like as usual, but hopefully it will get better soon for the next episode. But next episode, not sure when it will come out. Hopefully pretty soon. I'm planning on doing it one soon. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm trying to catch up with Homecoming by the time the mid-season finale comes out, so I can watch that live or just be caught up. I'll be caught up for the second half of the season for sure, but I don't know if I'll be caught up before then. But I also do want to quickly apologize that this came out a day late. I was planning on getting it on a Tuesday, But for people who don't know, Taylor Swift pre-sale tickets were out yesterday. It was a fucking shit show. Let me just tell you, I was on Ticketmaster for 9 damn hours and didn't get any tickets, so I'm trying later today. But that's the reason why I didn't do it. I was so determined, but at the end of it, I was exhausted. Like, I literally fell asleep while I was in the waiting room. Like, I was exhausted, and my mom just told me, it's like, you just don't do it. Like, she told me just to do it today because I'm just so tired. So that's why that happened. I'm so sorry. Usually they will be out on Tuesdays, but if they're not, Wednesdays. But usually Tuesdays, it just didn't work out. I thought I would be done by then. I did not think I was going to be doing that for 6 damn hours. But of course I did, so that's why this is out late. And again, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully this doesn't happen again with tickets. And hopefully I get some tickets today, in a few hours. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry this was a mess and chaotic, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.